Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha, and if you're new here, I post daily videos talking about whatever's on my mind that day. And today is my last day here with my family in Cheshire. I'm going back to London tonight. If you don't know me, I'm 29, I'm single, I live in Fulham in London, and I'm originally from Cheshire. I co-lead a female-only event society, and I am working as a waitress at the moment because I got fired from my corporate job a few months ago. I'm not crying about that, by the way. I'm actually so happy that was hell. I hated working in corporate, so yeah, I feel much more free now, and the restaurant I'm working at give me really flexible hours, so yeah, it really suits me well. So yeah, it's my last day here today, and I'm feeling a little bit sad about that because that's what I wanted to make today's video about, and I don't know how to word it, but I'm trying to say how, from my experience, the older I get, the more I have love for my parents and I want to be around them more, but I just cannot imagine myself living around here, and I don't think that that's part of my path. I feel like I have way too much going on in London, and I've always been drawn to London, but when I come here and see them, it's really, really nice, and it just gets nicer and nicer each time. And I don't know if that's because I'm sober and I'm in recovery and I am becoming a better person by working on my defects and doing a lot of deep inner work. But yeah, though, I just wanted to talk about the cycle of how my relationship with my parents has gone, because it's not always been great. In fact, sometimes it's been terrible. And when I was growing up, I was probably a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. I've recently discovered that I have autism and ADHD at the ripe age of 29. So my parents, I was a bit different, and I probably acted out quite a lot, and they didn't have any. I was the oldest. They didn't have any other children to compare me to, and I think definitely one of my brothers has ADHD quite severely, and the other one I'm not sure, but probably. I think we're just like a neurodivergent family, so we all thought it was normal. But for example, I didn't sleep for a lot of my childhood. I was like nocturnal. I would just stay awake around the clock, and I would go into my parents' bedroom and say like, I can't sleep, and they'd just say, well, go back to bed. And by them saying that made me, like, my rejection mentality, them saying that to me felt like, oh, they don't love me and they're abandoning me, because I'm so sensitive to rejection, and I kind of still am. Okay, I'm going over a bridge right now, I need to be careful. So I always felt like my parents hated me. I felt like they didn't care about me, like they didn't love me. But when I look back now, they were actually great parents, and they always did their best, and bless them for raising a neurodivergent child that had a lot of issues that they didn't know were issues, and they could have actually got support with. But they didn't have any support, and they just did their best. And then as I grew into a teenager, I think I became quite rebellious. Well, I know I did become quite rebellious. And my parents broke up, and I ended up living with my mum, and bless her soul, because I was awful towards her. Really awful towards her. I would steal her stuff. If I didn't get my own way, I would kick off. I don't like that angle, but my arm's hurting. Yeah, bless my mum, because she had to deal with the death of her mother, and which she didn't take lightly at all. I mean, 15 years later, she's still broken-hearted about that, bless her. And I definitely didn't help. My drinking, my drug use, smoking in the house, smoking weed in the house, having parties, doing cocaine, really wasn't the easiest or most supportive child. And yeah, so that went on, and then I lived with my dad for a bit in my late teens, early 20s, and I guess I stopped partying then, and I tried to improve my health, but I was still so depressed. I'd then gone into a deep, dark depression where I'd just isolate myself in my room and smoke heavily, and just, I think my parents have had to see me extremely unhappy and even suicidal, and for them to go through that makes me feel sad, because I don't think any parent should ever have to go through that. And but what I'm happy about now is that I'm sober and that I'm no longer depressed, and I feel like I have a future, and I feel like I can be there for my parents a little bit more. I mean, I'm not 100% financially secure. It's not like I ask my parents for money or anything, but I just mean, like, I don't have my own house, my own car or anything, but I feel like spiritually I can be more present and more there for them. Like, I feel like I have more love in my heart for my family, and I've worked through all the resentments and anger, and I feel like rather than bottling things up and letting things fester inside me, I can talk openly and honestly about them, and then that makes me feel more connected to my parents. So yeah, I know that some people go through life without ever having that kind of relationship with their parents, and I think I thought that's how my life would go. I thought I would never be able to have a close relationship with my family, but now I'm feeling like I do, and that's probably my greatest achievement yet. It feels so good. It feels like, nothing else really matters. It takes the stress off other things, because I feel like when you don't have those human connections or those family connections in your life, that's when you start putting material possessions above it all, and success and workaholism, because it's like, well, if I don't have true love in my life or family or friends, then I might as well just work, and then maybe I'll feel something or have something to show for it at least. But really, success is the things that you can't see. It really is, and I can't believe I'm saying that, because I've been the most materialistic person in my life, and now I'm finally seeing that inner peace, family, friends, just looking at beautiful flowers. And do you know what, since I got sober and become more conscious and meditated, it's like my eyes have a new vision. I can see everything more clearly, and I guess, my thoughts today are just that I'm feeling really happy. I'm on my way to see my mum. I'm going back to London later to live in a place that I like and I enjoy and I feel comfortable. I've got savings in the bank, I've got holidays planned, I've got the Ivy Society, which is my pride and joy, keeps me going. I'm making new friends, I'm speaking to old friends, summer's coming, I'm cultivating a new style for myself and just trying to express myself through style, and I hope to get even more creative and start doing some artwork again. And maybe I used to write a lot of poetry and I like to write, so life is good. I'm happy. I'm really, really happy and grateful today, and I just wanted to share that as a kind of beacon of hope that if you're having trouble and you don't feel connected to your parents or your family or even your son or daughter, then there's definitely hope. It can transform. You can transform it. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you tomorrow. God bless.